Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Myra Lorraine. Thank you all for stopping in. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that today marks the end of the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. Oh my gosh, there has been so many amazing, and I do mean amazing, participants, and their creative things that they've made have just been absolutely beautiful. Thank you to all of you wonderful guys who participated in this challenge and made it a success for us. And I want to say a very special thank you to our sponsors. Without you, oh my gosh, we wouldn't have the prizes for all these wonderful, for some lucky participants. We don't have one for everyone, but we do have quite a few prizes thanks to our wonderful sponsors. And of course, we cannot say enough about our beautiful ambassadors that helped us out this year. Thank you guys so very much, because you really, how did I say, pump it up. You pumped it up a couple of notches to help us make this a success. So thank you all. And there's still a little bit of time. I'm gonna try and get this video up today. I just recorded it today, but I wanted to make sure that everyone could see this. And hopefully, depending on what time I get this up, if you still had an opportunity to get it in, get your creative piece in before the end of the day. I will see it, Natita will see it, and we'll make sure it gets posted on the list so you could be included for the challenge. Okay, now that I've talked about that, oh, and I don't want to forget, next week, Wednesday, March 4th, Natita at SewNaturalDane and I will be going live on Instagram to select at random. We're going to use a random number generator to select the winners of the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. So please don't forget, next Wednesday, March 4th at 12 p.m. That's Central Time. Eastern, it'll be 1 on Instagram. Okay, now let's get started. I wanted to get this to you guys because I promised. I said that I was going to do 2 things for the challenge, and I did. But I had another thing in mind that I wanted to post for this challenge, but I couldn't because the person that I was following to do this next piece isn't an actual designer. And so I still wanted to do it. Now, some of you will have seen my video, and I'll post it down below, where I talked about and I asked your opinion on some of the, okay guys, sorry about that, my battery died, so I had to get a new battery. But what I was saying was, yes, this fabric you guys would have seen on my previous video, again, which I'll list below, where I talked about I wasn't sure about the fabric because it had 2 sides, and one of the sides had the gold medallions. Well, there were some really nice comments on there, and one of the ladies, and I forget, I can't remember her name, and if I remember, I will put a picture of that comment up here, but she talked about what that symbol meant. And I just thought that was amazing because I didn't know what the symbol meant. So thank you for that. And then there were so many other ideas on what to do with the fabric. And it would have been really nice, but I wanted to showcase this fabric, and that's why I decided to go with the majority who told me to do what was comfortable for me, because I'm the one that has to wear it. And you were absolutely right, because I am totally in love with this dress that I did. Yes, I did a dress in that beautiful Ankara fabric. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Now let me talk about the designer, because I told you that the designer was not an actual designer. She was a sewist like us. And while she was Black, she still was not an actual designer. Now, I found out about this in the May and June 2018 issue of SEWN magazine. So you can see that. That's what the cover looks like. And I have been holding on to this because when I saw this in that magazine, I absolutely fell 100% in love with the dress that this young lady had on. And I will post a picture, a better picture up here Actually, let me see if I can get it. There we go. That is a picture of this young lady's dress. Oh my gosh, you guys, isn't that just adorable? Oh, I hope you can see that really well without the shine. There we go. It is just beautiful. And she actually, in the magazine where she talks about, and this is great, this magazine is absolutely wonderful. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to get you one, please do, because it's a wonderful magazine full of all kind of great inspirations and ideas. But she talks about, she shows the line drawing, and she tells you how to measure for this pattern, well, to make this dress, how to measure for this dress. And so I followed her instructions all the way to a T. I mean, I really did. I measured everything. I went back and read it. And wow, when I finished it, the dress was almost 3 sizes too big for me. So I had to scale it down a bit based on the measurements that she said you should take for yourself. So anyways, it worked. It worked. It still worked. I just had to scale it down a bit, but it worked beautifully for me too. Now I'll show you pictures of my pattern pieces here. I actually, and you can see they looked really very much like the line drawing that she showed in the magazine. And once I got that and I put it on Sally, my dress form, and I could basically tell that it was going to fit me once I got that down. Now for extra measure, because this is a halter, I actually put a little tiny piece of elastic in the back just for stability, to make sure it stayed where it should in the back and wouldn't go down. And it worked like a charm, and I'll show you that when I show you the dress. Now she, if you notice here too, let me bring it back over here. She actually had a necklace here that she talks about how she created. There we go. That piece is actually holding up. That's the halter piece that's holding up this dress. So I had 2 choices. I could make one and sew it. I could buy one and sew it to the dress, or I can make one. And I opted for the latter. I decided, because I had been practicing and a little bit of beading and stuff with my dear daughter-in-law. Hey there, Elle. And because she makes jewelry. And so I had been practicing years ago, so I had a little bit of a stash. So I decided to go ahead and purchase some beads, and I did. I purchased some beads from Etsy. And I'll show pictures of my beads. I'll show pictures of my beads and when I was in the process of making them. The round circle beads are the ones that I got from Etsy at one shop, and then the brown longer ones that you see here are some that I bought from a different shop on Etsy. And all of the other beads, there were 2 strings of the colored ones I bought from Joann Fabrics, and some of the silver ones came out of my stash. So I put the neck piece together for this dress, and once well, let me back up. I had to design the piece in the way I wanted it. I knew what beads I wanted because I had sketched it. Now, don't you guys go laughing at me, but I'm gonna bite the bullet and show you my rough sketch of my necklace. So this is a picture of what I sketched out and what I wanted this neck piece to look like. So after I did that, I had that picture in front of me when I started to put the necklace together. And voila, it worked. Oh my God, it worked. I'm pleased with it to the point where it worked for this one thing, but there's a lot of things I would change, you know, in making that neck piece. You know, it's my first time ever making one like this. So I'm gonna have to go with it. And I do like the way it looks on this dress, but I would probably change the different stones and some arrangements if I ever did it again. Okay, you guys are saying, okay, enough Myra, show me the dress. Okay, so let's bring her over here. I have her right here. Here is the dress. Rolling over the tail here. And I can tell you this dress fits me perfectly. Oh my God, I am so pleased with it. And you guys know me, I'm not a dress person, but I'm slowly becoming, the dresses have won my heart. And maxi dresses, that's a big no-no, but yeah, this one is really great. But here it is in its glory, and let me scan down so you can see it. It is full length all the way to the floor like that. I absolutely love, 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 love it. Now let me bring it in so you can see my beading work here. Oh, get in, so I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, that is my necklace. It is, I put it all together and then I stitched it down to the dress to make sure. First, what I did was use some fabric glue and I glued these pieces, these 3 pieces here to the dress to make sure that they stayed. And then the necklace itself was put together prior to putting it on here. And then I put it up against the dress to make sure that it fit. And I angled it, the hem, the neckline of this to fit here. And then I glued these 3 pieces on so they'd hold steady when I took the dress off the form, so I could stitch over a few of these beads to hold it down, because right now it's totally a part of the dress. And then, let me go back out here so you can see me. And then after I had the necklace secured on the dress, the neck piece secured on the dress, I actually made a clasp for the back. All I did was, excuse my raggedy clothes here. All I did was I did a wire wrap on each end and I put a clasp with a eye on this side for that to hold it steady. And these straps here that I tied on, these are suede, it's a suede cording that I've got at Joann Fabrics. So it all worked out really well. And there's one other thing I forgot to show you too that I told you about. Here in the back, it is a halter. And I have a tiny bit of elastic. You can't even see it. It's about a 1/4 inch wide. And I just sewed it into the side seam and then turned it under. And so that way it stays up very nicely. And I love it. I didn't show you, but yes, okay, this is Myra's maxi dress. And you saw that young lady. Yes, 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 I do have pockets. Us in our pockets, oh my gosh, in dresses. Well, I have to tell you, this one, I wanted to make sure it got in for the month of February for Black History Month, because it is an Ankara print fabric. And it's not for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge, but it is for Black History Month. I am so proud of this dress because there are quite a few firsts here. First Ankara, and the very first neck piece that I've ever designed and made myself. So now you say you want to see pictures of me in this dress. Absolutely, of course. Here are some pictures of my dress, me in my dress, and I took some quick snaps today so I could get it in for you guys. It was freezing outside in Florida today. 48 degrees. It was cold for me, but I braved the weather so that I can get these pictures to show you guys. I love this dress. I really do. So I hope you enjoyed the pictures of this dress. And again, don't forget, live stream Instagram next Wednesday, March 4th at 12 p.m. Central Time, so that we can select the winners for the challenge. And I hope to see you all again in my next video. Happy sewing. Bye now.